What up there, guys, in the world of YouTube? This is Jughead82, and I want to say this. I am shirtless. You can see my man move. It's a nipple. It might get copyrighted. No, not copyrighted. It might get censored. But this is a video about can you take a joke? Knock, knock. Who's there? Dick who? Dick who? Dick who you? That joke was flat. It was flatter than my titties right now. Look at those titties. But anyway, first of all, I want to just say, guys, fuck you, kiss my ass, and suck my dick. And that was a pun of a sarcastic tone. Sarcasm, orgasm, sarcasm, orgasm, sexual healing. And this video is going to be about the middle finger to council culture. And I just have to say this right here. I've done videos in the past about council culture, and basically the definition of it is basically anything you can will and be used against you in a court of law if you feel it will be used against you in a court of law, because apparently anything you say is target. This comes from people who've said jokes from 10, 20 years fucking ago, or people have said things 20 fucking odd years ago. I am a person that literally I watch a lot of comedy stuff, comedy skits, comedy specials. I've seen a lot of stuff in between. I remember watching old episodes of Saturday Night Live where they kind of took the leg up a Lancelot bar back in the day, especially when it was with the original primetime players. I've seen a lot of things like that, and I've seen what people consider offensive and this and that. I have to say that when it comes to funny, if it's funny, it's funny. I also have to understand that at the end of the day, you have to look yourself in the mirror and be able to take a joke. If you cannot take a joke, then you might not need to go to a comedy club. Then you might not need to watch certain comedy specials. But it seems in the era of social media, you have to voice your opinion about every fucking thing because you feel it's not appropriate for you. It hurts my feelings. It makes me feel so bad. See, when I was in school, see, I'm an 80s baby. As a kid in the 80s, kid in the early 90s, teenager in the late 90s, I faced a lot of being picked on and joked and this and that. And we also used to think things where we did the mama jokes and all that stuff. And I kind of think back to like shows like In Living Color. If you guys remember In Living Color, Keenan Ivory Wins put that show out. It was one of the shows that I loved watching every fucking Sunday before Monday would hit for school. And they talked to Keenan Ivory Wins about reviving that show. And basically, he said it wouldn't work. It couldn't work now. There are too many atmospheres or too many things going on in the world where you could not put a show out like that now without offending somebody. And once again, council culture. See, council culture would actually do things where they would literally have people who did a joke years ago. And I sit there and think about Kevin Hart when he was supposed to host the Oscars. Oh, yeah, man, titty. And I literally think about the fact that this person was going to host the Oscars, but they brought up a fucking tweet or something that he did back in 2013. Kevin Hart is a comedian. I don't know if you guys know. He does jokes. He said a joke. And you could tell that when he said it in that wording, it was a fucking joke. But it was of a homosexual reference. First of all, let's get one thing straight. Gay, lesbian, bi, trans, that's your fucking life. Live it. Salute you. But come on. If you can't take a joke, if you got fake titties or got your dick cut off, what the fuck? Oh, I just saw Bill Burr, and I don't watch a lot of Bill Burr stuff, but I did rewatch a video of SNL. I'm subscribed to Saturday Night Live's channel, and I saw Bill Burr do his monologue. And I have to say, the man speaks a lot of real shit. And it's kind of like you just have to be faced in the mirror to say to yourself, I have to face the facts. Sometimes we look at shit the way it have to be looked at. I sit there and say jokes that if I say them on here, they'll probably get me probably banned off YouTube or whatever. And it's weird that like literally we live in a society now that if you say anything that is quote unquote the modest touch of feeling like it offends anybody, you are fucked. You are fucked royally with a dildo straight up the ass, no Vaseline, and no condom. Because protection is number one, people. And you have to think that in the world we live in now, you cannot say anything. You truly can't. This is a hard pill to swallow. That's what she said. But at the end of the day, it is. We have to live every day in a cautious situation. And this is from the entertainment world of comedians, musicians. Anything you say will be used against you in the court of fucking law. I used to be a part of the Quiet on the Set Productions. We produced videos. And some of those videos offended and made people feel a little bit. But you know what? I felt the content was gold. Mike, Steve, we all put something together every time we could. And if it did hurt people or offended them, it was on a good fun. It was good. It was really good. And I said I wanted to revamp it, bring it back. I wanted to do that. But the one thing about it is, just like with the living color thing, you don't want to offend. Because offending people is a bad thing. You want to be PC, politically correct. Because apparently hurting people's feelings is not a good thing. Look, I was bullied in school. I was picked on in school. And, you know, it's not always a good thing. We always live like vicariously through other people. We try to stare and figure out a way to be this way and that way. They say sometimes when a joke hits you, it hits you this way or hits you that way. And sometimes, if you look at the way the world is now, if it hits anybody anyway, period, it's disrespectful. I remember they used to sit there and say back in the day, as it relates to people growing a set of cojones, balls, nuts, and being able to say, fuck, I can take a fucking joke. It's not necessarily always a joke that's put in a certain kind of context where it literally diverts or talks about a minority or a gender or puts someone down. It's a fucking joke. A laughable joke that if it's funny, it's fucking funny. And it's not to even degrade or put anybody down. Most comedians at the end of the day analyze themselves. They analyze the situations of this and that. I remember I saw the movie Aristocrats, and one of the comedians that was in that was Bob Saget, rest in peace. And they did the joke, the aristocrat joke. The aristocrat joke could be any form of grotesque shit that you can think of, put as that joke. And I believe Gilbert Godfrey and a bunch of other comedians went in to also. And I have to say this right here. People are easily offended by anything. When I first did certain videos that I felt that might hit people a certain way, I used to always say, this video is to bring humor, not to disrespect anyone. If this video pisses you off, change the channel, bitch. That was my motto. Because I would give you a verbal warning of whatever the video was I was going to put up. Sometimes I literally would just say, I'll have a flash in the pan thought, and I would say, fuck it, I'll go for it. And put something out there hopefully people would like and hopefully have a entertaining kind of feel toward. There are videos that I put on my channel from way, way back. I did a Chris Crocker video. I did a video about Fred, if you guys remember how big Fred was at one point on the YouTubies. And I still have those videos up. I've never deleted them. I fucking left them up. And I also talk about I think like literally anybody like recently just what happened to Joe Rogan. I saw those videos. I saw it and I kind of looked at them as comical standpoints. I know that some people will feel offended because once again we live in a society now where if somebody drops a fucking piece of paper on the ground, they're offended. The scariest thing about anything is that you are entitled to say whatever the fuck you want, but you have a question mark because you have to be careful what you say. If I throw this middle finger and say "fuck all y'all" and smile, what the fuck do you think? Am I saying it out of being mean spirited, or am I just saying it as trying to make some kind of comedical expression to try to put myself out there as a this and that? But let me start. The idiocracy or whatever the hell, I can't say it right. But the idiocy of some goes a long way about their mindset of what they really feel about what they think is a joke. We live in a world now that anything that can be held against you in the court of law will literally be held against you in the court of law. And it's fucking sad. We need to get back to the way it used to be. But the unfortunate thing is, in order to get back to the way it used to be, we literally have to go somewhere we need to go. We need to get back to where we can say a joke is a joke and call it a day. But yeah, I've been rambling for too long, but I want you guys to know one thing. I want you to understand this. A joke should be taken as what it is, a joke. Sometimes certain jokes, don't get me wrong, I'm normal. Sometimes a joke might hit a little, but this doesn't mean I have to fucking post something of disrespect tone to try to kill off a person's idea of a joke of what they're trying to produce or put out there. At the end of the day, if you don't like something and you don't want to hear it or you don't want to listen to it, you don't fucking have to. So stop being fucking pansy ass, corny ass people to do that. But yeah, this is Jugget82 saying suck a dick, and also you can suck my balls too. This is Jugget82 signing off. You guys have a good one.